A lot of times, clients come to me asking to have their designs registered. Now, the first question that I ask them is that whether their design is for an industrial application in an article with a 2D and 3D surface, or in other words, a hard body for an application on a hard body, or are they actually referring to simply a logo with a unique pattern and a color combination? So, there are times when it turns out to be the latter. Now, yes, a lot of the time people are referring to a certain logo with a unique pattern or shape to be a design. Now, there's nothing wrong with that as far as plain English is concerned, right? But when we look at the legal position, a simple logo or a pattern cannot be registered as a design. A pattern or a shape can only be registered as a design if it is made for the purpose of application on a 2D or a 3D surface by industrial means or by mechanical means or other ways, right? So now let me explain what can be registered as a design, right? I'll rather give you some very simple examples to make this rather complex sounding topic very simplistic. So I worked on some cases for a very famous German company called Volvo. You must have heard of it. And Volvo has these really good buses. And those buses have a certain unique design, right? Unique design which consists of certain unique shape and features. So now Volvo has registered those designs with the Office of Controller of Patents and Designs in India, right? So basically, because this was a design for a hard body for a bus, or that shape or those features were applied to a 2D or 3D surface of a bus. That is why they can be registered as a design. Now, another example that I can give you is a very recent query that I received from somebody, and they asked me whether wallpaper designs can be registered as designs. So I looked into the issue and I told them that yes, of course, wallpaper designs can be registered. This is because even those designs, those shapes or patterns on the wallpaper are meant for application on a 2D or 3D surface, which is the paper itself. So in that context, wallpaper is definitely a design, right? Now, what cannot be registered as a design can also be explained by way of simple examples, right? So, for example, if you look at an artistic work, which is just a logo with a certain shape, or say a pattern with certain color combination, that itself, that artistic work, or that pattern or shape itself cannot be registered as a design. But there is another form of IP protection which can be given to such artistic works, which is copyright, right? So even a logo itself, it can be registered as both a trademark and a copyright. But simply a logo cannot be registered as a design, right? So now that you understand the difference between a design and a copyright, let me tell you about another interesting concept, right? There are certain unique patterns, shapes, or combinations of colors and lines which can be registered as both designs and copyrights. And this is because they're artistic works on their own and can be registered therefore as copyrights and are also registrable as designs since they have been created for the purpose of application on articles with 2D or 3D surfaces, such as furniture, paper, vehicles, or the like. So for such patterns or shapes, I would always suggest that you register a design rather than a copyright. The reason for this is very simple. The law says that if you register a copyright for such patterns or shapes, and the said patterns or shapes are applied on more than 50 articles or items, then the copyright will be terminated. In such a situation, you will be left with no form of IP protection for that pattern or shape since the copyright will be terminated, and you have no design registration either. Now you cannot register a copyright and a design for the same pattern at the same time. You will also have to choose one of both. So as unique or niche as this sounds, design law is actually a very important branch of IPR law and is used quite often, right? And we are seeing an increase in the lawsuits pertaining to designs, and I am glad to share that I have been a part of some of these lawsuits. And I've also helped register designs with the Office of Controller of Patents and Designs. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode and stay tuned for more exciting episodes on the Utsav Mukherjee IP and Tech Law Show. Thank you.